Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 852 of What's She Up To Now. I'm documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. Didn't even talk this morning, didn't get enough sleep last night. Actually, perplexed. Oh boy, I definitely need more coffee. Perplexed, I like the word perplexed because it kind of describes how I'm feeling today. I am not often perplexed or disappointed or surprised by human beings' behavior. But I commented on a post yesterday by someone I adore, somebody I really admire, made a post about a situation that happens to be going on in the area that I live in. And a super duper bad thing happened. Somebody was murdered, literally murdered by the police, which is a horrible thing. But out of that has ensued rioting and burning and looting of businesses in an area unrelated to the incident and where this all took place. And I live right by it, and so it's impacting me. It's impacting my family members who happen to have to go in that area. And I mentioned in a comment that it's a terrible thing, yet there's no justification for the looting and the reaction and the craziness that's following this event. And I proceeded to be personally attacked, shamed, criticized, bullied by people I've never met before that know nothing about me, did not look at the comment that I made. I didn't in any way, shape, or form justify the event that triggered all of this looting. All I said was the looting of innocent businesses and harming people that have nothing to do with the situation in ways that are violent is unacceptable. And because of that, I was bullied and beat up and called a white, all kinds of name calling and a white privileged person. And whether I'm white privileged or not has nothing to do with it. Wrong is wrong, evil is evil, and one misdeed or bad behavior does not justify other people unrelated to that behavior being violent and criminal and perpetuating evil and bad things happening in the world. And so I'm a little perplexed. I actually lost sleep over some of the ridiculous comments that were made and the assumptions that were made. And I realized we all judge, we all make assumptions, we all spout off, but social media, it's almost like in the early days of email. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I guess I'm old enough to remember that. In the early days of email in corporate America, people would write things in email that they would never say to your face. And social media is the same thing. It's got like this filter of protection around people that they think they can say or do whatever they want in bullying, antisocial, evil, mean, name-calling ways. And guess what, people? You can't. It's still wrong. And I just find what's going on in our world fascinating in that people think that if they don't agree with you, it's kind of like, I want to put a post up today, you have the right to agree with my opinion, otherwise shut the fuck up. Because that's the way people are treating other people online right now. And I just find it sad yet fascinating that people think they have this shield of protection and they can say whatever they want to whoever they want. They can do whatever they want in the online environment and in the online world. And I'm like, I wanted to just turn off, and I did. I just turned off my phone last night because of all the ridiculous beeps and all of the bullying and name calling. Now, I'm not usually subject to bullying because I'm not that controversial. I'm pretty low key. And all I did was say, damaging other people's property, looting, and hurting other people is wrong. And you would have thought that I don't know what you would have thought based on the ramifications of making that comment that, yeah, I get it, but this is still wrong, and two wrongs don't make a right. And I can't believe how many people laughed at two wrongs don't make a right. Really? Are we back in kindergarten where if Joey punches Sally, then Sally gets to punch Tom? No, it's just mind-boggling. And so I'm a little perplexed at human behavior today. So what does that have to do with what I'm up to? Absolutely nothing. I just encourage you to remember that when you're on social media, behave as if you're talking to another human being, as if you're looking them in the eye, and if you wouldn't say it to their face, if you wouldn't call them a white privileged woman or anything else, as if one person's pain is more valid than another, as if one person's fear is more valid than another person's fear. Guess what? Each and every one of us, our emotions, our reactions, our values are the most important thing to us, but not to the rest of the world. And just because I think something doesn't mean I get to expect everyone else in the world to feel that way as well. And so just keep that in mind when we're commenting, when we're sharing, when we're judging other people and making assumptions. You know what they say about making assumptions, right? Makes an ass out of you and me. And you know, I feel like an ass that I commented on this post at all to say looting was wrong. I feel like I was beaten up because I don't think that hurting other people that are unrelated to a topic or a crime have any, they're not adding to the solution. And I couldn't believe all the people that say, oh, well, it's justified because of history. I'm like, really? History repeats itself because we're supposed to learn from it. And it only repeats itself because we didn't learn to find better solutions in the first place. Obviously, I'm heated about this topic. All right, so what am I up to unrelated to feeling bad about social interactions and social media today? Get Up and Go Challenge, day 5 today. Day 5 is all about the big P. P in soap, which of course secretly stands for progress, right? We always, as human beings, be wanting to make progress. And that's, I think, why this kept me up last night and I was a little perplexed by the situations, because I don't feel like we made any progress or that we're making progress as humans. If we're just letting history repeat itself and thinking that violence is going to solve anything, I think we're repeating history in a wrong way. And I think and believe that all of this bullying, this online bullying and badgering, and if you don't agree with me, I'm just going to destroy you mentality is got to go. It's like we have stepped back 2 decades at least in how we treat one another as human beings. And that's got to end, right? It's got to end. It doesn't matter what color our skin is. It doesn't matter what our background is, because guess what? Every one of us has a diverse background. I can't look at another human being and have any idea what they've been through in their life, what their experiences have been. Just like no one can look at me and assume what my experiences have been. I know a lot of people don't look at me and know that I'm blind, yet I am. And so we can't look at people and make assumptions. We can, but it makes an ass out of us. And I say, let's stop being asses and start treating one another with dignity and respect like we learned or should have learned in kindergarten. So Get Up and Go Challenge, day 5 today, progress. Fun challenge today, 143, was all about teamwork, which I think that our world and our lives could all use a lot more teamwork and treating one another with dignity and respect, obviously on a theme here today. What else is going on? Amazing little granddaughter will be here soon. I'm going to hang out with her. I always love hanging out with her, and she always pulls me out of whatever funk I might have gotten into because of things that go on outside of us. And here I am, responding to things outside of me that just don't matter, right? They really don't matter. What somebody in the United Kingdom says about something that's going on in Minnesota, why do I care? If somebody thinks that I am whatever they assume or think, why do I care? It doesn't matter. What other people think of me is absolutely positively none of my business. And you know what? What I think of them is none of their business or none of my business, whatever. So I am encouraging you to be kind today. Go out, make an absolutely awesome day. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be here doing my thing, doing my Get Up and Go challenge, and just trying to make the world a better place. Take care. Bye.